Fanny!
Hello, Heather. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Loving Strictly at the moment. Are you?
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? And
Yeah.
we'll have to talk about our extra little Strictly treat that we have every other night at the moment.
Yes,
but perhaps
right.
We'll do that near the end.
Yeah, we will.
So let's think about last weekend. What did you think?
I loved it. I mean, in our house, it always starts off, my glitter ball goes on, and then everybody has to be quiet, and then I have to really concentrate on the dances. I mean, we poor children. And we also predict who's going to go first, like to dance. And then we predict we always predict who's going to be the last one to dance. So it's just a little bit of a fun thing to do, like, you know, and then see who's right.
Have you got it right?
We did. Well, I didn't. I got it wrong, actually. But my daughter, and she got the start one because she guessed it would be Harvey. And then Andy, he guessed it would have been Clara at the end because he thought go out with a bang. That's how he saw it. So yeah, I was actually wrong.
It was a great show, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
What's it like in your house when you watch it?
Oh, well, at the moment it's just me. So it's the Strictly pyjamas.
Yes.
I think we've both got the same Strictly pyjamas on.
Very nice.
The Strictly cuppa or the Strictly, sometimes it's a Strictly gin and tonic.
Yeah, I was going to say I've got my fabulous one, but usually on a Saturday I'll have a cheeky wine in my glass. So I've got my Strictly Fabulous glasses or my Strictly Cha-Cha-Cha ones, whichever I fancy.
So it's just a really good settle down and enjoy, basically. That's my sort of Saturday night routine. I mean, in normal times I go to a friend's house, we always watch it together.
Oh, do you?
But obviously at the minute we can't do that. So
yeah, I think it's nice to have somebody to chat to, you know, when you're watching it, you know, sort of just commenting on what you think and that. And obviously it's interesting if we see different things. Because like what I look for, Andy could look at that and say, oh, I don't like that, because he concentrates more on the dancing. He wants it to be the dance competition, whereas I'm kind of mixed. I like the fun, you know, what made me smile, you know, what I found was nice. And then, look at the technique as well. So.
Yeah. So who was your top pair last weekend?
My top pair was Jamie. I was worried for Jamie and Karen. When I heard they got the samba, I was like, oh no, this is not going to go well. But he loved it and he just threw himself in it, and he just, it wasn't one of the better ones we've seen, but I just enjoyed it. It just made me feel happy, you know, when I was watching it, and I was just smiling. And then Clara, they were a close second. Was that Charleston that she did? Wow. No, and she's so light on her feet. You know, I find, you know, like, I mean, she's not so good in the ballroom. She's a bit weaker in that. But for a Latin, she's just out there, but she's very light as well. It's not like clumpy or anything. So she was my close second, she was.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think, well, I thought, same as you, those two were great. I do love Bill, but I think that's, for me, I think that's a bit of an age thing. I just want someone old to win.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I was thinking
prove we can still do it.
That's it. Yeah. It's like with Ranveer. Okay, I know I love Giovanni and he's like the one I've sort of vote for.
Yeah.
But she's 43, she's similar age to me. And I'm thinking, go girl, you know, let's show it that it can be done by somebody else. So so I can see for the older ones, it's like rooting for them as well. I mean, I like the young ones. I like Maisie and I like Harvey, but I want somebody older and, you know, sort of, I'm not sure about Jamie, how old he is. I don't think maybe he's 30s. Perhaps.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, but
maybe.
the older ones are brilliant.
I have to say, I loved Harvey and Jeanette, so I really enjoyed that dance. I thought it was a great show opener. Really good show opener.
Yeah, those lifts as well. You know, it's, I mean, I know she's only small and there's not much to her, you know, but it's still hard, like, doing it, you know, and I just love them together.
Well, and especially at that speed,
Yeah.
because at that speed, trying to make sure, you've got to really look after your partner, haven't you? So
exactly, yeah.
I think it's quite different to like an American Smooth, where you can lift in a more sort of controlled way.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's, like you say, and like you say, he's not done them before either, so he's not used to doing it. So, but yeah, but Bill, I mean, he just throws himself into everything. You know, he's done every single dance, hasn't he? Like, you know, and it's just, wow, you know, where's he come from? Didn't expect it at all.
No, I didn't. And it did, but did you see somebody picked up that he'd put the glasses on upside down at the end?
Yeah, my youngest, she said, oh, look at his glasses. She said they're on the wrong way. And again, just that, it just made it, you know, because it was just, it wasn't perfect, but it just sort of fitted, like, with the whole of the theme. So I really enjoyed it.
I mean, his timing was amazing, because that synchronicity with like the newspaper and the briefcases.
I know. Because like I said, there was a lot going on.
Like, wow.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. Well, Shirley said, didn't she? You know, I know she didn't mean it in any offence or anything, but she said, you know, because you're older, I wouldn't have expected you to have done that. But she was just in awe of him for what he did. So he's entertaining. He is.
Yeah,
and I'm loving
I think that's what's good.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
I think that's what's good this year, because I do feel that, like, it feels like it's all entertaining. Even some of the dances that I'm not so keen on, it just feels like a really rounded show. Yeah. You know, really, like, there's something exciting to see in every single couple.
Yes. Well, that's what I said that when I was on the radio. It's like every week it's something different. Somebody's at the top of the leaderboard, different. You know, it's not like you're consistent, they're just like sort of the same. And you never know what they're going to bring each week. And then as somebody leaves, it's hard because they've all got something. And that's what I like about it.
I was surprised that they didn't give everybody a pass because we'd lost Nicola and Katia.
Yeah, I was surprised at that.
I understand why.
Yeah, but because normally they've done that before, haven't they, where they've let it carry over. But they didn't this time.
Have they?
Yeah.
I was heartbroken for them, because I just think, you know, I know that the drive wasn't so good, but
he was starting to come out of his shell, I felt.
Yeah.
And then he was cut short.
Katia is such a talented sort of choreographer. Yeah. I think there'd have been a lot more to see and more to come.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That was a shame.
Yeah.
But our other COVID substitute, what did you think of Anton?
I know.
He was like he'd put on a comfy pair of slippers, as though he'd always been on the judging panel, I thought. I don't know what you thought.
Totally. Because I mean, for a few years now I've been saying, because he is brilliant, you know, like with his dancing, but I've never felt he was sort of quite keeping up, you know, with sort of all the other ones coming in. And as much as I loved him, I was thinking, you know, but then as a judge, I think he's amazing. You know, I mean, obviously he was on the first week and I thought he's been a bit too nice, you know, a bit too kind. But yeah, he's been there, he's done it, he understands how they feel, you know, so I always think he's going to be the perfect substitute if ever they do change the judging panel. Yeah. No, I do like him.
Because he judged when we did the Peoples, because Craig was away. So yeah. So it was really nice. He was like you say, it felt really good because you knew that he understood.
Yes, that's it.
And he was really positive and constructive in his comments. So
yeah, which is what he was like on Saturday, wasn't he? You know, he was recognising some of the dances were really tricky, some were struggling with it, but he still managed to find, you know, your positive there, because they're all working so hard. And I think people think if you haven't tried to dance that you're not trying, you know, you think, oh well, you're just not good at it, but you know how much work goes in from them. You know, and they want to be
But I was just going to say, my hip flexors are still hurting from Monday because we do tango. Well, we did tango, didn't we, with Joe Clifton on Monday? Both of us.
Amazing.
my hip flexors really hurt.
Well, I mean, I'm struggling because what did I did a rumba with Graziano on Sunday, sorry. It was organised through the dance school where I go. And my hips, they're hurting. And I think, is it my age or what? So I was a bit worried about Monday going into doing the tango. But it was just good to do a different dance. Because I've done a lot of Latin, concentrated a lot on that. So it was good to just channel that side of it. I mean, I thought it was tricky learning it through Zoom. Because I, like Joanne, I always mirror her, you know, like with what she's doing. But with the tango, it's a bit harder. But I still enjoyed it. You know, it was still good. Yes.
And I mean, she does really push us, doesn't she? Because every class with her, we have to learn a routine that she's done with one of the she's done on Strictly. So we've learned a whole sort of segment. It's not like just when you're learning normally, you learn the dance steps, don't you, and then build from there. But we learn a whole segment. So you certainly know you've done it.
Well, that's it. Because like you say, you think, well, 45 minutes, that's all we've got to do steps, technique, you know, and to make it look half decent. And I'm not saying like
try and get it in time with the music.
Exactly. And I'm not saying the celebs have got it easy because they think, oh, they've got a week to learn it. But obviously it's certainly a lot longer than that we've got.
Well, I think Jeanette and Harvey were saying that Monday they're all excited, and then Tuesday, is it Terrible Tuesday they call
Tuesday?
it? Something like that, because they're trying to fit the technique in. And it's all very well learning the steps, but when you have to get that finesse into the technique to get it right. Because have you looked at the dances for next week?
Yes, I have. I've got a few favourites.
Have you? What are you thinking?
Well, Maisie and Gorka with the Seltzer, because I just love that song, the one by Megan Trainor. I just love it. It just makes me, so I can imagine that being a really good party. And Jamie and Karen's couple's choice, that everybody dance, then that'll be good.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, won't it, to see how that...
And I'm also interested in the Argentine tango as well, that Ranvia and Gio are doing. Now, I'm not sure, because their music, a few have done a normal tango to it. So I'm not sure but I'm still interested to see how it will come off. So I'm looking forward to that one. And I'm a bit
worried for Caroline.
Just going to say the same.
She's got...
Because she's been, the ballroom is brilliant. I mean, she's got such finesse in the way she finishes it off. But I don't think she's holding back somehow, and I can't see her in a Latin number, and the cha-cha is so hard anyway. But she might surprise us. But she was my first worry when that came out.
She's the one. When I looked down the list, that was the one that really stood out as being, I don't know how that will go.
And JJ as well with the quick step. I don't know whether I'm a bit concerned about him. I'm not sure.
I mean, he seems to be better in hold. So I think depending how Amy choreographs it. I think he seems to have struggled more. But I think he struggles more when he's out of hold, doesn't he? With some of the,
So because quick step is the majority is in hold, isn't it? All of it usually is in hold. So then this will be a tough one then, because when you look at the couples who are left, it's just going to get harder each week with somebody going. Because they all deserve it, I think.
It is going to depend on whether it's a dance that they get on with and whether it suits them. And as we know, that's really peculiar, because some dances, it was like we were saying about Ranvir, you know, clearly she didn't like that dance last week.
No, she's not
even though she's got such, you know, she's just been amazing, I think. But there are just, I don't know what it is, but some of them are just don't sit comfortably, do they?
No. Well,
You know,
it's not
it feels really uncomfortable.
You know, she came out with that samba at the beginning. Wow. You know, it was like, she's going to be good in the Latin. She did the cha-cha on Saturday and it just didn't work, did it? Because she was so stiff. And I expected, because when I knew Ranveer was doing the cha-cha and Maisie was, I thought, we know which one is probably going to be the better one. And it didn't really work out, only by a margin, you know, only just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think it all depends. Again, it comes down to the night and how they do on the night, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we ought to just say a little bit about costumes. What did you think about costumes last week?
Oh, yeah, again, I loved Clara. Her costume was gorgeous. And I like Ranveer's. And I liked as well the Jeanette, you know, all that with the little beads and that she got on. But the ones that were like Jamie's and Bill's, because they were in sync with each other. Because I was again worried with the matching outfits. I thought one person goes off and then that's it. But they were in sync and it showed that, didn't it, by the matching outfits. So yeah, so I loved it.
I think Jamie's outfit and Karen's, I mean, the detail they'd put into that, and also how they'd fringed down the bottom so that it was so clever. It was so clever.
Because like you say, they could have just left that as just the trousers, you know, but no, all that fringing, and like you say, when he shook everything, you know, then it all went.
So we better do predictions then. Who do you reckon's going this weekend?
I'm going to go for Caroline, which, again, when they first started, I loved their partnership. I did. I thought this is going to go somewhere. But then the last couple of weeks, it's just been very the same. And I don't know, there's just something not there. So as much as I love her, I'm going to predict Caroline this week, but I don't know who she'll be up against.
No, it's tough, isn't it?
Because like I said, JJ, I mean, he's got a lot of support.
Yeah.
You know, isn't he? So I don't know. Could be Maisie again. Only because I don't think she's connecting with the public.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I think she's coming across wrong.
Although, I mean, Clara's got a samba, hasn't she?
Yes.
So, and that is notoriously an undoer.
Yeah.
But I think people like her. People are starting to like her, aren't they?
Yeah,
so.
They seem to be. I mean, you know, I've sort of grown to like her because I didn't really know much about her before, even though she's on Radio 1. But there's always like that dance, isn't there, that sends them out. You know, sometimes it's the samba. I think last year, was it the cha-cha that sent people home? You know, and
Jive's often one, isn't it?
Yeah, because again, that's your technique, which is why I was worried about JJ last week with the jive that he did. But again, I think he's got such a lot of support behind him, you know, and it is amazing what he's doing considering his injuries.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So Caroline, what about you?
Yeah. Well, I think I think I'm with you, because when I saw the dance that she's got, I think, you know, I mean, she's going to have to really pull something out the bag to make that special. Yeah,
because I don't know how the training's going. I always like, because I still love It Takes Two, and I love Ian.
Yeah,
Ian's
on tonight, telling that's.
And I look forward to that because I like to see his sort of take on it as well, you know, and see what he says about it, you know, and I do like Ian. I know you do as well. He's lovely.
Yeah. Oh well, let's hope that we have a good weekend with lots of excitement and fantastic dancing. And let's hope we both get on the radio Monday morning to give our super fans.
Fingers crossed.